Manning, and used to be your former chief pilot at Qantas.
I am Chris Manning, Commissioner.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So can you tell us where we're at with that investigation and what your role is to oversee the new investigation? And an approximate timetable when we should expect to see this report, where we're at, what your role is, and I guess I should start off though by asking you the obvious question: have you had a chance to read the Senate inquiry report into this particular issue?
Yes, I have, and I've read the report itself. Is now 90% complete. It's the last 10% is ready for peer review. I'm told that it will go out to directly involved parties within 4 to 5 weeks. As of today, I contacted the investigator today. I've read the report. It's 450 pages long. I haven't seen a report that large in all my years.
How long was the original report into the PelAir?
Significantly less. It was a very short report. This is a significant report. And it will go to directly involved parties, say 5 weeks. They normally have 28 days, but because this report is so large, I think 60 days will probably be more appropriate. Then after their comments, if any are taken into account, the final report will be ready. Now, hopefully after the 60 days, that'll be, 4 weeks at the most. So I'm expecting the final report to be ready in September, end of September, and 5 days prior to that release, I'm happy to give any senators that require it a briefing on it.
Yeah, and it may be appropriate through you, Chair, that through this committee, if that offer could be made, so that the committee as a whole, given the committee's history in this
Sure.
matter, rather than, no doubt, and the committee could notify individual senators who weren't directly involved.
Yep.
But I take that Senator Rice may well have a real interest in it, even though she wasn't part of the initial inquiry. So I think that would be very welcome for us to look at that. But I guess from my point of view, can we be assured that there is, and I appreciate what Mr Hood said, that he recused himself from this inquiry, which was an entirely appropriate thing to do. How can we be assured that the process is robust and fair, that natural justice has been served, and that the matters that were raised by the Senate committee report that raised concerns about the investigative process to begin with have been adequately taken into account?
I think you'll find the Canadians found that the ATSB's processes were okay, they just didn't follow them in that instance.
It's very problematic when you don't follow processes,
yes.
Isn't it?
So they have followed the process.
Yeah.
So I've read the report, I've read the recommendations. It is a totally different report to the last report.
Mm. And obviously it's not appropriate to canvass what's in it.
But it's totally different, and the processes we have now at the ATSB will ensure that it's just like any other report, it's fair and balanced.
And it would look at broader issues of systems in place.
Yes, it certainly does. Certainly.
And just without, again, and if it's not appropriate for you to comment, I respect that. But I guess one of the issues that struck me was that, of course, issues of pilot responsibility are important, but if a pilot operates within a safety system or an environment or culture, I'd just say this in broad terms, that's something that's also quite important if you...
Extremely important. Extremely important.
If you've got a relatively young pilot, for instance, under pressure to perform in a certain way, in a culture, in an environment that may be quite challenging, in terms of a corporate culture that may be quite challenging.
Yeah, it's all about systems and culture. You're correct.
I won't take that any further. Thank you very much.